Guys, this is Rhys Trenhaile from the Vanguard team at Manor Realty. So I'm not going to say how I know this, but I've got it on very good grounds that we in Windsor have about $9 billion in announcements right at the finish line. And another 3 to 4 billion we'll know about within the next couple of weeks. And I'm thinking, wow, what is that? What could that be, right? I don't know what company or companies that is going to be on the announcement, which is huge if it's going to happen. Apparently it's right, quote unquote, at the finish line, which is, again, transformative to Windsor. To put it in context, the battery plant they're installing right now, which is the largest in the world, largest in North America by a massive number, that's $6 billion. The international bridge they're building is $6 billion. The mega hospital they're building is $3 billion. This is $9 billion. It's another level again. And it's like, what is this? I think I do know what it's going to be related to. It's going to be more battery stuff, but not cars. And I was saying this about the LG plant without understanding how I could quantify it for you guys. I know the LG plant isn't going to just be doing car batteries, it's going to be doing other batteries. But to us, other batteries are like, the Duracell batteries you put in the back of your kids' toys, right? It's not about that. What is the next trillion-dollar business? The next trillion-dollar business is battery storage for the power grids right across the world, right? So the only sort of storage of energy that you can have right now is actually water. So what you'll find is, water will come down a stream and you'll have a turbine, and the turbine is kicking up energy. It will use that energy to pump water back into a reserve, like a lake, a reservoir, higher than the water pour, the stream or the waterfall like Niagara Falls, right? So any energy that you don't need from that turbine in that moment goes to storing the energy by pumping the water up. So then when the water comes back down, you get that energy back when you need it, right? So that's the only technology we've had to this point. Now what's happening is the creation of these big sort of warehouses full of batteries storing energy that has been generated by wind farms, solar panels, whatever, right? So think about it with solar panels, guys. They're not creating energy at night, right? So if you have a ton of solar panels, and that industry, by the way, is exploding across the world, now you need to store that energy, especially so you can distribute it at night, right? So this is where these big battery grid support structures come from. It's billions of dollars. Here's the thing: out of the top five. And by the way, too, the cost is plummeting because every time you double manufacturing of something, the price drops by 30%. So prices have come down 40% in like 3 years. 4 years? 4 years. And so there's only 5 companies in the top 5 that you wouldn't even have heard of them. Maybe BYD. But anyway, 4 out of the 5 top companies making these battery grids are Chinese companies. Number 3 on the list is LG. Does that sound familiar? Should, because LG is in Windsor. It's the Stellantis LG plant. It's not the Stellantis plant. It's the Stellantis LG plant, right? And so they're already really into specifically those batteries that you would create power storage that you're getting on your grid, right? Your electrical grid, right? So you're sending energy into that grid to run my computer right now that you're watching this on. I suspect that we're going to get some additional plant capacity from one of these Chinese companies or LG, an expansion by LG to do the batteries for grids. That's my guess. When you're talking about $9 billion, I'm thinking it's got to be bigger than cars. What's bigger than cars? The energy grid. And sure as manure. I subscribe to the Economist magazine, which is the best sort of fiscally conservative global magazine in the world. It doesn't care about your local politics. And they're the ones that are basically breaking this all down. And I'm realizing that Windsor has a direct role to play in all of this. Because you're not going to build batteries overseas and then ship them to North America. It would make no sense because of the fragility of the batteries. You want to build the batteries pretty close to where they're going to be working, right? I'm guessing, you heard it here first, I'm guessing that the announcement is going to be something to do with battery storage for the grid system. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I'm going with. So big announcements on the horizon again. Here we go, Windsor. I mean, hold on to your hats, man. We're transforming by the day here. I'm Rhys from the Vanguard team at Manor Realty. This wasn't directly real estate related, but if you're thinking about buying a house or you're thinking of investing here, you need to understand that, especially if you're waiting for the prices to come down, if you've ascribed to some mythology like that, like we've had 31,000 people move here in 2023, and another 40,000 are predicted to move here in 2024, and that doesn't even include these announcements that are apparently on the horizon. So housing prices are not coming down, guys. It's simple supply and demand. So just understand this groundswell is coming. And if you're an investor, understand that your risk is greatly reduced by that groundswell. That's kind of why I'm doing this particular video. You can always subscribe to our YouTube channel or our Facebook group, our investment group. They're both linked below. Let's stay in touch, guys. Talk to you soon.